Hello and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. This is the second game in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, and we played through the first game previously. The first game was fantastic, one of the best video games I've ever played in my life. So, now that I know what this series is capable of, my hopes for the second and third games going forward are astronomical. They are through the roof. So I am beyond excited to start up the second game in the trilogy, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Starting with the first episode, which is The Lost Turnabout. Alright, let's do it. How did I get into this mess?
That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, what is this, Dragon Slayer 3D? What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a civil defense attorney. What?
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
That's, one way to start things off, I guess. Alright then. How about that? September 8th, 9:08 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before trial starts anyway. Beep. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. Okay, so we found our murderer this time around. A few minutes later, District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Ouch, my head. It's throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Oh. Good morning! Ow, that was pain. Okay, wow, yikes. Ow. Ow. Oh, that actually hurt a lot. Ow. Okay. Yikes. Alright, so sometimes what I do when I do my voices is I do hand gestures to kind of like get me into character. So for instance, for Maya's voice, sometimes I'll clench my fists in the same way that she does, or for Mr. Edgeworth, whenever he does his bows, I'll do a little mini bow as well. And so when she did her little salute thing, I did the same thing. Unfortunately, my elbow also happened to hit my knee on the way up, and now my elbow is, ow, that was it. That was great amounts of pain. Anyway, okay, good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn that cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Oh, does he have amnesia? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman? That's an interesting uniform choice, if that's the case. I thought maybe I had done something wrong. Well, what are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Okay, her name is Bird. Life in my hands. You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. I don't really know what voice I'm going with her. It started off as like an upbeat, good morning department, and then it kind of turned into a, sir, yes, sir, kind of thing. And now I don't know what we're going with here. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you were doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Yep, he has amnesia. Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible! No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this! No, it's just... I think you have the wrong person. Yes, I'm... Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? Her face looks like she's about to, like, laser beams are gonna shoot out and just chop my head off.
The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
Trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I'd said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Ah, someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream. Okay, so, what this mean? Why do I get this feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? So what we're getting at here is the guy who we saw in the lobby is definitely the murderer. He clocked me over the head with his fire extinguisher because he wanted to give me amnesia, because he wanted me to not know anything about the case so that he wouldn't be able to, or that I wouldn't be able to win. But guess what? We're still gonna win anyway. So September 8th, 10 o'clock a.m., just quarter number 2.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
Oh, this guy. Okay, so here's the thing with this guy. This guy is the first prosecutor we faced off against, like in the very first episode. Unfortunately, I recorded that very first episode all the way back in April, and I'm pretty sure the voice I gave him was Edgeworth's voice, which, by the way, Edgeworth! I wish Edgeworth was the prosecutor for this case. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll see him again in the next one. But, so, yeah, I ended up giving that voice to Edgeworth instead because it seems to suit Edgeworth's personality more, so... What do we do for you?
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
I just instinctively started saying the defense is ready, Your Honor, but I forgot we have amnesia, so we don't...
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here?
I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
You know what, just for fun, let's say no. Let's see what happens. What if I said no? Would that be alright?
Of course it wouldn't.
Then why bother asking to begin with? Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of...
The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
A policewoman? You did what to a a policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me! And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that!
In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, have you gotten any smarter? Because if not, then you're in for a rough ride today, buddy.
Let's see what you've learned.
What I've learned since last time. Okay, if I remember correctly, I stomped you in the first trial. Now, maybe my memory isn't so good because I have this thing called amnesia right now, but from what I can remember, I seem to remember crushing you like a bug.
And once you...
Oh, you showed me mercy, did you? Oh, okay. Uh-huh. It's like the guy, it's like, I wasn't even trying. That's why I lost, I wasn't even trying. And who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go! Don't let me down, Mr. Wright! Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Also, I noticed the music is different. Like, this isn't the typical ambient courtroom music that plays. I guess it would make sense for it to change because, you know, it doesn't feel like it, but it technically is a new game. Oh, does that mean does that mean that our favorite music is gonna change? The one that plays after, like, when we're about to save the game? No, I love that music. Alright, well.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective?
Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down, I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near the headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Justin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck.
Ouch.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Oh, yes. This autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well. The court accepts it into evidence.
Crime photo 1 added to the court record. Okay.
Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright, is your head on right today?
Nope, not really.
There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there?
Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this...
Oh, that's why. That's why they gave him amnesia. Because they needed an excuse to go through the tutorial again.
I mean, it's certainly a creative way of doing it, because in the first game, it makes sense. Well, by the way, I didn't really pay much attention to it, because I was too busy learning from it, but a tutorial in the first game was freaking incredible. Like, legit, seriously, that tutorial was so well crafted, it didn't even feel like a tutorial, is how well made it was. The problem there is that the reason why that made sense is because it was canonically Phoenix Wright's first case, so you can't really pull that card twice. Like, you can't have two first cases. So I guess so they needed to find a way for him to go to do the tutorial again, and giving him amnesia is certainly a creative way of doing it. I can't deny that much. Court record? Yep, info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing the R button. The R button, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think I could totally be a legal aid instead. Nah, thanks, by the way, I didn't mention that either. Maya's not here. Maya still hasn't come back from her training. I guess, I hope that's not, like, the big surprise. Like, I hope the final reveal of this game isn't, hey look, Maya's back from training. I hope she comes back sooner than that. Because if I have to wait till the end of this game for Maya to come back, that's gonna be rough. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again, the R button? Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Let's see. Cell phone, I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. It's your cell phone. That's very simple. It's my all-important badge, shows I'm a defense attorney. Substance autopsy report, time of death, September 6th at 6:28 p.m. Cause broken neck, body was also covered in bruises. Glasses were found under the victim's body. Great. Good to know. Glasses. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell. Hey, what are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my fair pair. But these glasses they found at the crime scene are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on that same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says.
Your Honor, I have further evidence to present.
Oh, you have more?
And this evidence is very decisive.
Very well. Let's hear from a witness about this evidence. Okay, our first witness testimony of the game. Decisive evidence.
Oh, they changed this music too. Man, they changed all the music for the second game. And again, it makes sense to do that. It's just kind of like... Man, the first music scheme was just, like, it was just perfect.
There's something even more incriminating than the glasses in the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence in the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit.
Okay.
This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor.
Why, this is. Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here.
The prosecution would like to submit this picture.
Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2 added to the court record. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But, I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? Also, this is, okay. Usually, I guess except for Edgeworth, usually people, like in this game, that name slot there is the first name. Like Miles is Maya, Mia's is Mia, Larry's was Larry, and hers is, why is hers Bird? Like, why doesn't it just say Maggie? It's a conspiracy, I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. This is gonna be a tutorial, right? This isn't like you at all. Normally, as far as you get them, the face to do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. Yeah, I mean, they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like the detective, he does sort of seem like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Yeah, tutorial. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Okay, again, upon initial examination, like, very, like, the first time I heard it, nothing really jumped out to me. More incriminating the glasses in the victim's body, sir. Dated the victim was pushed from the bench area. Managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but there was clue to the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Let's hear more about that. Are you absolutely certain?
Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie.
He's got a point. Hey, hold on. Don't hum me. Well, the picture is Maggie, but something does kind of feel off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. Okay, so the contradiction is on this statement then, but what in the court record could possibly contradict that? Not this, not this, not that. I'm thinking this maybe because his glasses aren't under there, but no, because they're here. They must have been found. Victim fell from the walking path above. Is the picture here? No, his right finger is still there, like he's ready to draw, so that's consistent. Crime photo 2, again consistent. This. Am I just blind? Where's the contradiction here? Like, I actually just physically do not know. This is actually kind of embarrassing, because usually, like, the first case of the first game was baby easy. Like, pathetically easy is what it actually was. Like, it was like Pizzagate. It's like I could just solve it like that. Oh, no, whoa, what the hell? Okay, my controller slipped out of my lap, and I just, so it hit the, what did I even do? So it presented something, but it looked like it was presenting a face. Oh, did it hit the profile button? That's probably what it did. Oh, oh, that's why her name isn't shown in the text box. That's some grade A BS right there. Okay, hold on a second. That's... Alright, buddy. It'd be one thing if her first name was shown in the text box, but she's addressed as Bird. She's addressed as Bird in the text box. Okay. So, what the game's... And also, actually, wait a minute. If you're looking further beyond that... Actually, wait, let me just make sure I'm right about this first. Evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in the statement, Your Honor. Oh, so I don't even know what I presented. Not at all. It's representing over... Yeah, I don't even know what I presented. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Okay. So, let's try this again, shall we? Profiles, which is a thing the game didn't tell me about. Maybe it shouldn't have skipped over the tutorial bit. But, like, you have to go out of your way to find this. Maggie Bird, spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y, not M-A-G-G-I-E. As if to insinuate that if they were lovers, he wouldn't have misspelled her name. However, I call BS on that, because here's the thing. if I met somebody and like we were exchanging numbers, or so if I met someone and I asked, "What's your name?" and she says Maggie, I said, "Hey Maggie, nice to meet you." And then if at any point we exchange numbers, I am just going to assume that it is spelled M-A-G-G-I-E, because I have never in my life heard of somebody named Maggie spelling her name like that. Doesn't mean it's impossible, obviously, but based on my experience, I am going to spell it M-A-G-G-I-E. And I cannot think of a reason why he would have asked, physically what reason would he have to ask how to spell your name? It's like, do you spell your name I-E or E-Y? Because this is obviously a very common mistake, right? But nope, that's just not the case at all. But what, I don't even know. I mean, that's clearly what the game wants me to present, but it's really, really flimsy evidence.
Well, what is it?
What? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection, and I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, you talking to me, pal?
Please state the defendant's name for me.
What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright?
You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please.
Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is, Maggie Bird.
I think someone needs to check the court record.
What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah!
It looks like the bird caught the cat napping.
What's going on here?
I have no idea either, sir.
As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Yes, but again, he may never have asked her how to spell her name. Like, to my knowledge, it is my understanding that Maggie is not a commonly misspelled name. Right? Like, is this a false assumption that Maggie is not a name that's commonly misspelled? And actually, even just generally speaking, right? Like for instance, so if you meet a guy named Steven, right? So if I meet a guy and I ask, hey, what's your name? And he's like, hey, my name's Steven. I'm gonna say, hey, Steven, nice to meet you. What I'm not gonna do is I'm gonna ask, do you spell your name with a V or with a PH? Which way do you spell your name? There's no reason I would ever have asked to ask him that question for any reason. So what? Like I don't. So and if I was really trying to freaking what's it? If I was really desperate, like I get pushed over the edge, and in this situation Maggie pushed me over. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave a message. M-A-G-G-I-E. Why would I have any reason to suspect her name would be spelled other than that? That is such flimsy evidence. Alright then.
Oh, how about that? I hadn't even noticed.
Yeah, I didn't either because I had to go to the court record, and then I had to go to the profiles page, and the only reason I figured it out, by the way, because I dropped my controller on the ground, and it hit the R button for me on the way down. Which, by the way, I just dropped it again to show that's what happened. And wow. Like, whew. So you can look at it from a logical perspective of that's kind of flimsy, and also just the fact that sure you can say that the game doesn't need to tell you the profiles there because one, we use profiles in the Rise from the Ashes case, and also because you can just see it with your eyes. But why would I have any reason to suspect that would be the contradiction? Like, why would a name misspelling be the thing to tip me over the edge? Like, it'd be one thing, like I said, if the name in the dialogue box was spelled that way, and then in that case you would totally get mad at me for like, you didn't see that it was spelled wrong, nude. But this is really rough.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It physically doesn't matter. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. Correct, to have not known her name, but I highly doubt that when she met him, she was like, My name is Maggie Bird. Make sure you spell it with an EY, not an IE. I know it's a pretty commonly misunderstood thing. No! Is this gonna be the linchpin of the entire case?
This is very true. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were, in fact, lovers?
Yes, I am quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant.
Yes, sir.
Alright, that was rough. That was... Wow, alright.
Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going on for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident, which just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, those two sound like they were close.
Nevertheless, tragedy struck.
Yes, I see. Because examine the witness, Mr. Wright.
There were no contradictions. Like, there were actually just no contradictions in there. Unless the present is the linchpin. Like, maybe I can ask what the present was. Over 2 months ago?
Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal.
So, what was his birthday present?
She got him a glove.
A single glove? I would only get him one.
Yeah, that does seem a little bit strange, I must admit.
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a
Oh, it's a baseball glove now, is it? Well, isn't that just... okay.
Oh, I see. A baseball glove.
Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan.
A baseball glove. You know what? Sure, let's press further. I don't know what could possibly come up with this. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Are you saying she bought that glove at a store that far in advance?
No, nothing like that, pal.
Then what is it like?
She ordered it. It was custom made.
Custom made? The glove was custom made?
Yep, that's what I said.
So the glove was custom made.
Your Honor, I really don't see how the glove was.
Yeah, I'm on the prosecution side. What does that have to do with anything?
Yes, it would seem that there was relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think the glove is really relevant to the case?
Why would it... Why... I mean, the game wants me to say, of course, it's relevant, because here's the thing. There's never been a situation in this game, except for when we had to trick Gant with the whole, I have no evidence. Oh, that's a good one, Edgy. And then he made it relevant, and I'm like, aha, now I do have evidence. Aside from that one instance, there's never been a situation in which, when presented the option between press further and don't press further, or something like that, it's never the defensive option. It's always the aggressive option. But I had no idea. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course that is relevant. That glove is the key to... Oh, is it now? Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Right I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you are that convinced, let's hear some more about the matter.
Actually, I brought the glove with me today.
And?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court.
Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir.
That's... You know, I've never actually seen a glove like that before. Well, okay, so I know I have, right? Because I have a baseball glove in the garage. Haven't used it in... God, like... Must have been... 5 years ago, it must be. No, not 5. 4... 3 or 4 years ago, I think is probably the last time I used my baseball glove. But I've never seen it. So number one, I've never seen a yellow baseball glove. That's interesting. It looks... It actually kind of reminds me of like a bunch of bananas, doesn't it? Kind of. And maybe that's just that might just be me looking too much into things, but I mean it's like it's yellow and it has a little like arch to it. It's like it's something I gotta point out. But also I've never seen it like that before because mine. It's because it's a left-handed glove, isn't it? Yeah, because mine I'm right-handed, so my well, no, it's a left-handed glove, yeah, because my glove's right-handed, so I use my left hand in the glove. But yes, I've never seen it like this before. Baseball glove out to the court record. A birthday present from Maggie the victim was custom made. So if it's custom made, which means it was deaf because it means he is a left-handed individual.
Officer Prince really liked the color yellow.
And that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. And that and one other reason.
I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
No, if that is true, it brings up an important question.
Oh! Oh! Oh, I see. Very convenient. It's a left-handed glove. But he's writing with his right hand. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, this one I can get behind. Because, like, you could make the defense, or you could make the argument that, well, maybe he couldn't use his left hand because so he just used whatever hand he could. Let me check the autopsy report again. But, caused broken neck. Yeah, there's no reason why he wouldn't have been able to use his arms and hands. So, if given the choice, he definitely would have used his left hand, because he's a left-handed individual, as evident by the baseball glove. And it also looks like he has a bandit on his right hand. Or his pointer finger on his right hand. So, yeah, no, why would he choose to use the right hand? He has not only does he have a bandage on it, but he's also primarily left-handed, so this is definitely set up.
I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Writing on the ground. Okay.
We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand chips on the victim's fingernail. There was also scratches on the skin that were caused by writing him on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote the name with his right hand.
But why would he do that?
Yes, perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, no, why would he do that? Let's just go to the end here and present the baseball glove. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this bunch of bananas I have in my hand here.
That's the glove, right?
Could you tell the court what is special about this glove?
What's special? Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow, and that's about it.
Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities.
Huh?
There's another reason why it's special.
And what would that be?
It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person.
Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove was made to be worn on the right hand.
That's why it had to be custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow hander's glove left for sale, have you?
Well, no.
So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again?
That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this bit. Wait a second.
Don't forget that the victim was left-handed.
That is, I object.
Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves.
There is only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. So, no, he could have written the message with his right hand. There's just no reason why he would have.
Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself.
And that means Maggie is...
No, it's not possible.
Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
the evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent.
No.
All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Ryu, I feel like I can breathe again.
It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright.
Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Why would I have done that? Did I insinuate I was going to do that? Because if so, I definitely don't know why. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire.
I will now announce my verdict. This court finds it...
No, not yet.
Yeah, but wait.
Please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne?
The prosecution is not yet finished.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What?
And what does this witness witness?
The moment the victim was pushed,
Why did you not call the... should have called that one earlier.
Once more, he saw the very face of the culprit.
Oh, did he now? What the heck?
Order! Order in this court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness.
I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Wow. The first case of the game. Huh. Well, the new music is... definitely doesn't have the same simplistic tune that the original was, because the original was just doon 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 doon. But this one... it'll probably grow on me, but it's gonna take me some time to get used to not having the original tune around. But, so... it's the first case of the game, and it's already split into... like, this is already a two-parter. The first case, usually the first case in the first game was just one quick 25-minute thing, in and out, done. This is a two-parter. Interesting. Alright, well, that's it for this episode, I guess. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all. Actually, later today, because I want to finish this case today. Later today for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Goodbye.